Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. It's April 24th, 2023. Great to be with all of you today. My name is Bob Lang, and I run explosiveoptions.net. Great to spend a little bit of time with you, talking a little bit about markets, talking a little bit about where we're at and where we're going. So today, Monday, 24th, is the first trading day of the week. And of course, this is the last trading week of April. So Friday will be the last trading day for April. Currently, right now, the S&P 500 up about 0.5% for the month after a really strong month of March. We actually had a very strong month of January. So the S&P 500 is trying to make it 3 positive months out of 4 in 2023. So let's talk a little bit about markets over here. We're getting off to a little bit of a slow start, of course, today. Futures were down quite a bit more earlier this morning, down to about 41.33. So we were down about 26, 27 handles. Earlier today, we hit a low there, and then we tapped it once again. We hit a low about 2 o'clock in the morning, and we tapped it again at about 3:30. And we've been making higher lows and higher highs all the way up. And now we just looks like we're starting to break down a little bit here. It seems like the market's kind of stalled out a little, which will look for good reason. The markets have been were up real strong in March and started out weak in April, and then ended up have been really on a nice roll over the past couple of weeks. And we're zooming in on the 20-day moving average. Let's take a look at that here for a second. I'll show you the chart. So we see the from the bottom here, bottom area in March, about 3,800, where we tested that start of the year. And a lot of people are saying that, of course, that the bottom is in. I'm not quite sure that's true, but clearly we're above that 20-day moving average. And I'm not going to make any predictions and so forth. I'm going to let the market tell me what to do. And as long as we're above that 20-day moving average, and actually above the 50-day moving average, the 20 being the dotted line, the 50 being this blue one, the bias is up, right? The market bias is up. There's nothing nothing can dispute that, right? So what do you do when the market bias is up? You look for bullish trades, right? That's just what you do, right? You can fight as long as you want, and you're going to lose, and you're going to end up way behind. And then when you feel like it's time to get back in, the market's going to be too late. Markets are going to correct. It creates a real negative vortex of trading and feelings here when you're trying to fight things. So listen, I learned a long time ago. Don't fight the tape. That's we don't fight the Fed, but we also don't fight the tape. So that being said, we are zooming in on the 20-day moving average. If we have a lower high, lower low today, we may get to that 20-day moving average. Comes in at about 40.92. The S&P 500 yesterday closed Friday closed at 41.33. So that would be about 40 handles lower, about 1% down. If we get to that level, we're not quite there yet. If we get to open up this morning where we're at right now, probably be down about 5 to 6 handles. The Dow down a little bit, about 35, 40 points as well. But let's take a look at the internals and also the oscillators. So right now we see here's volatility down here on the bottom, and you can see volatility has been sold from the time that we did hit those low levels overnight. They've been selling volatility. That's just been kind of the theme here for the market since November. We've seen market volatility being sold on every spike on volatility that we have. So we did have a spike overnight on VIX futures. I think they were up close to 20, and now they're back down about 1950. Now that's the VX futures over here, which is the May future, right? May futures 1953. The VIX cash being 1750 right now, 56. So what does that mean? This is lower than this one. There is a good size 2-point premium in the VIX future versus the cash, right? And that we call that the VIX market is now in contango, right? It's not in backwardation, it's in contango. And that's generally a bullish construct for markets. So the bulls have that going for them. But taking a look at the oscillators here, we've come back down to about a -10 on the Nasdaq, and the NYCE about the same. And Bollinger Bands have come down along with that too. So we could get another rise up in the oscillators. if volatility starts coming in. We did see a good rise in the VIVIX. Thanks very much, John Kubiak in our room. Mentioned that last week for us. Good rise in volatility of the VIX, and that just simply means that something's going on here that people are buying or concerned about. They're starting to buy a little bit of protection. Now, what does that mean? That means that possibly people who are worried about a recession and worrying about earnings coming in weak, they're probably coming in and saying, look, you know what, I better have some protection. The VIX is at 17%. That market protection is still rather cheap right now. I know some people out there have been saying it's expensive. It's not very expensive right now, especially when you know that the VIX has hit levels that we haven't seen in quite some time, and more than a year, actually, that we were at under 17%. I think November of 2021. So it's been more than a year, and it's portraying a lot of complacency in the markets. Whatever anybody else tells you differently, don't listen to them. The market is definitely showing some complacency right now, and so you got to be cautious right here. All right, it's not a good spot to be adding new money. Possibly, it's a good spot to be taking profits, taking positions off the table, adding some protection, and raising your cash levels up, just in case some opportunities occur for you. So let's take a look at the internals from Friday. I put this out in the market blast this morning. We did have kind of like a soft internals on the Volt here. Ticks were actually about even for most of the day. Put call ratio had spiked up on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, but came back down on Thursday and Friday, and then the trend came back down here. Well, to volatility again spiked up on Thursday, came right back down on Friday, and maybe we'll see what happens today. Some of the other internals over here just kind of neutral at this point. So we do have a big slate of earnings this week. I'll be back with you guys, of course, on Thursday with the Daily Bites. But until then, we had Coca-Cola came out this morning, which had some pretty good earnings. Tonight we'll have Whirlpool, Cadence Designs. We'll have Verizon in the morning along with UPS, McDonald's, 3M, GE, and General Motors and Pepsi. Tomorrow evening, we'll have a big one with Visa, Chipotle, Microsoft, and Alphabet, along with Texas Instruments and Enphase. Wednesday morning, we'll have Boeing coming out, along with Tech, ADP, Thermo Fisher, and General Dynamics are two that I have my eye on. Meta later in the evening, along with Roku, ServiceNow, Align, and United Rentals, along with KLA-10 Core. And Teladoc. So, and then Pioneer Natural Resources. So, a couple of names that I've been taking a look at here that I want to share with you that I have on my mind here as well. Of course, last week we did have a whopper winner on that HCA, Hospital Corporation of America, which came in with some really strong earnings on a Friday, and they busted right out, hit up to 295, came back a little bit, but we did have more than a doubler on that. Let me see, where was that we had it in the trading room, along with our options den service. So let's see, let me find that thing for you here. So on Thursday, let's see here, where I can find this for you. Some Costco, buy puts. Did a lot of trading earlier in the week. HCA, let's see if I can find that for you. Okay, here we go. So you can see it right here on the 19th. We added HCA made 270 calls at $10. We sold those at about $22, $23. In a nice pop on good volume on Friday, really early in the morning. So. See what else here. So what am I looking at this week? I do have my eye on Amazon, of course. A lot of people do. It made a run up to the 200-day moving average, of course, on Friday, and kind of just stuck right there. It may just go sideways for a little bit. They do have earnings coming out on Thursday. A couple of other names that I have my eye on include Cloudflare, NET, N-E-T. Let's take a look at that chart here for you. It's making a nice run, holding that 20-day moving average. They have earnings coming out on the 27th, which is on Thursday. This stock is really rated high, and I like the potential here for a move up into the $75-$80 area. And also, I do like MasterCard here. Finally, I think the stock is going to make a run and break up through 400. And they, of course, Visa has earnings coming out tomorrow night after the close, so that one going to be one to watch as well. CROX has been a strong name for the past several weeks. So CROX, new highs up here, really had a strong move up here. I'm a little bit hesitant to jump in there after the stock has made such a run. It's up $23, $24 in the past 2.5 weeks, but certainly one to take a look at. We have ExxonMobil, which is one that I really like here, coming out with earnings out on Friday morning. It's really kind of gone sideways over here. It's kind of in a box for the past 3.5 weeks since the start of April. It gapped up big time in the beginning of April when that oil cuts came out from OPEC. This is one also worth taking a look at. Enphase, which has really been on a nice run for the past couple of weeks. I like this one here. I'm not a big fan of the chart, but it's certainly making higher lows, higher highs over here. And this stock has a tendency to run really big after earnings. So this is one that I'm going to be on this week. And then finally, ServiceNow is one that I was looking at as well too, making a nice bull flag here as well. You can see making a nice pennant here. So this is a stock that if it breaks above 480, got a chance to get through 500. More inclined to kind of wait and see what happens with earnings when that comes out, but it's certainly going to be a stock that I'm going to keep my eye on. And then also ALGN, which is Align Technology here, has been strong, making that nice bullish W pattern here. You can see that here, boom, boom, boom. And then carve the right side of the base over here. So this is a stock that I think that's got some legs and could get to 400. I have some calls and call spreads on this one as well. I'll be watching, of course, Alphabet, Meta, Microsoft, Chipotle as well too. So these names are going to help move the markets as well. And the last one I was looking at was Cadence Design, CDNS is the symbol on that one. Take a look at that chart here. Straight up, higher highs, higher lows. Made a move from 160 all the way up to 213. It's made a really big move here. It's not quite overbought here yet. Tested that 20-day moving average over here. So this is one that I think that's got some legs as well too, much like that Enphase. So so there's a couple of names for you to take a look at. Actually, quite a few, and hopefully you guys get a chance to make some money off of some of those if you're so inclined. Otherwise, I'm going to stop it right there. Have a great trading day, everyone, and I'll be in New York tomorrow and Wednesday, celebrating with Brian Shannon and some of the other people. Brian's great new book, this one right here. Get a chance to get in there and buy the book here. It's called Anchor VWAP. I'm going to be talking about this one tomorrow. I'm excited. I'm going to bring my book, have him sign it for me. And we'll be meeting with some other people as well too in New York City. And on Wednesday morning, I'll be on Yahoo Finance, sometime between 9 and 11 o'clock. I'm not sure what time it'll be there, but sometime between 9 and 11 on Yahoo Finance. When I find out, I'll let you guys know more. And otherwise, I'll see you guys next Thursday morning. Take care. Have a great day of trading. Keep some protection on. Keep some puts on, just in case. Have a lot of cash. We're still in the bear market. Okay, follow that bear playbook. And I'll see you on Thursday. Thanks.